Alright guys, we're here with William, who just got top 32 at the YCS with the sweet Dragon Link deck. Let's get into it.
Okay, so Rockets play 3 Tracer, 2 Synchron, 1 Recharger. This is like really standard. This card you always want to see in your opening hand, or just search off Ravine, sending Abs Router. Nothing different about that. You should always be playing these 6 every time you play Dragon Link.
Yeah, I mean, there's like an argument you can make for cutting the Tracer for like another sort of consistency card, but like there's also like Zombie Vampire in the deck, and just like normal summon Tracer isn't really bad. And like the purpose of the deck was to be just like 15 hand traps and pure consistency, which like the Tracer helps with that, and like just Tracer's one of your best cards, so you kind of just want to do that. But yeah.
And then just like to follow it up, 2 Abs, 2 Nocto. You could play 3 Nocto and 1 Abs, but having this just for follow-up off of like Seal or Ravine was just always nice and saw that. This card isn't necessary to draw, like to play. It's always great. It's basically just opening a Rocket and this is basically just safer. It summons 2 monsters, so you get free link 2 for free, whether that be Romulus or Spheres.
Also hitting off Zombie Vampires insane too.
Hitting off a Zombie Vampire is pretty nice too. To get a free draw, kind of nice. Main normal summon, safer. Again, this guy just makes a link 2 for free. Romulus makes fucking Spheres, makes anything you want, basically. Going second helps break boards a lot because you make Dark Charmer with this automatically, or just getting Levy off this, adding him back from graveyard, or whatever. And then 3 one-ofs, black, white, Levy. Chaos Space is insane. The Red MD, there was a thought process behind it, but it really just wasn't necessary. Also, most of the time we get nibbed, and then you summon off of Spheres, being Red MD, you just didn't really need the Red MD because you had other follow-up there to either, like if you're going second, making Dark Charmer and just killing them, or going like a Rocket into Quaboro, or bringing back like the Chaos Sewer from graveyard, or playing that way. So Red MD didn't come up a whole lot, and we just saw it more of as a brick.
Yeah, like again, like I said, the purpose of the deck was like, as opposed to playing like the Brave version where you have so many bricks, it was just cut it as simple as possible and make it so you're playing effectively every turn, because the hand traps can like get you to a later turn, and not have to rely too much on always going like full combo crazy. Like sometimes Sealed Pass was just really good. So
yeah. And then hand traps, like we said, 15. So 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, 3 Ogre, 3 Nib, and then 3 Gamma, and then the brick. Just opening any 2 of these always just like allows you to play on your following turn, no matter what the circumstance. Honestly, even if they open very good, most of the times like you double hand trap them in the end on DB at best. So just opening 2 of these is always just insane. Obviously, you'd like to see Nib and any one of these, and you're pretty much fine. You're pretty much set. But besides that, I mean, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I mean, like
just seeing 2 of these is broken.
All these hand traps are insane. Like obviously, like the mandatory 12, I feel like, are gonna be like the Ogre, Nib, Gamma, and Ash. Yeah. The Veiler's one that like I was really iffy on beforehand. So I was testing Droll before, but the thing is like with these, it just Droll with your like match pace, it didn't always like accomplish what you needed to, because like a lot of the time you have another hand trap, they can still end up going like Verte DPE, but then like if this is your hand trap instead, that stops it a lot easier. And then like obviously with like Chaos Space and like Ruler, like just being able to get this was really nice. So it just ended up having more synergy with how the deck wants to play, so it made sense.
No, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's like 60% to see like 2 of these in the 40 card deck. So I saw 2 of these like every single match I played in one of the games or so. So it was broken in that aspect. So yeah, that was really nice. Spells, 3 space, 3 quick launch, and then 3. Just the 2 bricks. Again, like not playing something like Tidying or like Chamber, any other Nola summon, because you want to see as many hand traps as possible, and playing more cards doesn't allow you to do that. So just playing the necessary cards is all you want to play. 3/3/2, like these cards are cracked. So yeah,
no need to dilute it.
Yeah, that's just about it.
And what was the main deck total?
40.
40?
40.
Okay.
40. Gotta love to see it.
Gotta love to see
Any
it.
changes you'd make to it?
Honestly, no. I mean, like post like the Albest structure deck. I mean, this deck is terrible, but I don't think as of right now, I don't think we would change anything.
Yeah, like cause I played this exact list in a regional last week, and like I'm 90% sure I would have played the exact same list if I was playing this version of the deck into this weekend, so I was really happy with the choices personally.
Actually, this is really standard, honestly. Striker, Pisty, Spheres. Not a second one. The second one just doesn't come up. You're only summoning this like turn 1 and then killing him turn 3. And it's just over. The second one just never came up, so you want more space for other things. Quaboro, Romulus, Triple Burst. This came up with Pisty lines sometimes. You know, like Dark Bring back, summon a name, and then go Pisty, make Triple Burst, and just play from there. Either kill him or make Appaloosa or whatever. Just do whatever you need to. Dark Charmer, IP. This card came up a lot today. I didn't think it would come up this much, but it came up a lot on end board sometimes. Unicorn, Access Code, Appaloosa, and the 3 Synchros. And then the one flex by being like the zombie. This came up like once this weekend. I didn't think it was insane, but again, getting so much advantage off of like your own cards, and it's just insane. But it only works up against specific matchups, I think, personally. Elise probably would have something else to say about it.
I mean, I personally like it because there's a good opportunity with like how many bricks each deck has to play right now. You have such a high chance to like mill those bricks, and like zombie, vampire, summon back, and ogre is insane, and just has so much inherent value, and just with how the deck is supposed to work with like, you know, a bunch of hand traps and like minimalistic dragon board, you can usually outgrind even if they mill something impactful. So just gaining so much more advantage works heavily in your favor, even if they get to get it right, because oh no, I can't out it at all. Like, it just ended up usually being more beneficial for me than it was for them. So I thought it was fine. And honestly, there's just nothing that ever made sense, because like I had 2 flex spots technically, which is like the Appaloosa and the zombie vampire, but nothing ever just felt like it was really gonna fill the slot like as well. So it just felt like they were fine, and nothing else was really worth it. So
I agree with that.
yeah.
I mean, this was basically the equivalent of playing a second seal, honestly. In my eyes. Side deck. 3 token collector. This card's cracked. Milling this off a Chaos Roar is broken. It's just another layer of interruption to break your already broken hand.
And token collector goes in just any adventure matchup, right?
Basically.
Yeah, any adventure matchup, Cyber's Lich, you know, Sword Soul even, like, broken.
Yeah.
3 Droll. Shout out to John Wilkin, who steals my ultimates. He robbed me. Someone call 911. Anyway, this card didn't get sided a whole lot. It got sided like twice, honestly, against like Cranked matchups. But no, this card's just good. Like in general, I mean, this can put in work if you put it in the right matchups. It wasn't crazy though. 3 goes in. 3 goes in. This card was like insane in theory. Put it in like Sword Soul or Woody, any Brave deck, because you summon the Earth a token and it's just over. They can't play. I only saw it once though. It only came up once against like Sword Soul, and like I think another time against my feature.
That card's been carrying for me. It's like there's so many opportunities to use it, and you just every deck plays Brave, so it just locks them out. And like it's so easy to like, because your only other attribute usually is like Seal, so like you play around it so easily.
Yeah,
so, I don't know.
It was broken. And
yeah,
then
I guess I could see like if they have Water Enchantress and they still get the Equip spell, then they can bounce it maybe, right?
Well, the thing is
that's
like,
like
so if they
so
summon the
weird,
token
though.
first, they can't summon the Enchantress because I have the Gozen, so they can't even get the Equip.
Right, they would have to have another.
I get mixed up with there can only be one.
The
Yeah,
point is that they have to have another Earth in hand to like even get the Equip spell.
Which is like Bell.
Okay.
Like Bell or like Roxy's. Like it has to be very specific. 3 twin. Got this in like once against like Striker and once against like Flunder, but besides that, it really wasn't crazy. Nothing to say much about that. 2 cards for like Rogue crap, like Harpies and Red Reboot. Didn't side either of them. Didn't play any like Eldritch. Didn't play any like random decks. I played primarily like meta decks. And then Call By. This card was like crazy because like post side you would take out and put in hand traps for the specific matchup. So then you'd have the Call By as a pseudo in if you're taking out like something like Gamma or like say like Ogre and Nib is bad, so you take out Nib and like an Ogre to put in this. So because this effectively turns into a hand trap by stopping their hand trap, they have less cards to play with. So your cards are more effective against them. So I mean, this card was just insane.
Yeah,
so.
and like I didn't want to main it just because I feel like with the purpose of it being fully mid-range, I'd wanted to focus on like more not really trying to make them stop my combos, but like, because if they interact with me, I usually can find like a good way to like, you know, play around that, just because that's how Dragon Link are. So the minimalistic boards are perfectly fine, but like when they put in extra stuff for you, it's good to have a little bit of backup. And like no other like other pseudo going first card was really that great, so it wasn't really worth playing any of the others like cross out or talents. Like, and it just up just being iffy.
Yeah, like
so.
those guys are really mid, and this just like in theory puts up so much work when you see it. So, no, it's good.
All right.
Yeah, no. Shout outs to Elise for making the deck.
go, Elise.
I'm the superior Dragon
Yep.
player. That's okay. We're gonna talk about that. Anyway, shout out to Team Scheme. Shout out to Jiv for being a clown. Yeah, and then shout out to my family to allow me to come on this event by myself. That was awesome.
Let's go,
Yeah.
Chris YCS.
Let's
We're
go.
back. Real events.
Let's
oh
go.
God, yes. It felt so good to play real Yu-Gi-Oh.
All right, thanks so much, guys.
Yeah,
Peace
no
out.
problem.
Thanks.